Hey everyone, and welcome back to Color Me Conway. I just recently finished The Residence on Netflix, which is a new murder mystery show that came out back in March, and I'd love to talk to you all about if I thought it was good and if I thought it was gay. So let's get into it. Before we get into my thoughts specifically, first just want to sort of summarize the show for anyone who maybe has not seen it yet. So this is your classic murder mystery show set up sort of as a whodunit. It takes place in the White House on the night of a state dinner, and the head usher, A.B. Winter, is murdered that evening. A handful of officials are trying to figure out how to get ahead of this tragedy, all while Detective Cordelia Cupp is called to the scene to help investigate and solve what at the time is unknown to be either a murder or a suicide. So try not to give away too many spoilers. You find all of that out pretty quickly, but I love these kinds of shows. It's a little bit funny where you go between the live events of Cordelia's investigation and also seeing the perspective of a real-time congressional hearing on the events that took place and trying to get the facts of this murder in the White House, all while also learning some pretty interesting things about birds. Is it good? Let me get into that. So online, the reviews are seeming pretty positive. I loved the show, but I love these types of shows, so it was right up my alley. I love that it's, centered around a female lead. I love that it's a mystery, but also has the comedic element to it. So I'm all about those types of shows. I'm watching each episode, trying to guess who did it. Really liked the show. I hope it gets a season 2. If you like those types of shows, I think you'd really like it. I thought it was paced pretty well. I did think some of the show was a little bit far-fetched. Like when you're going back in time to the investigation, it's like seemingly all happening in one evening while the White House is hosting a state dinner with political representatives from Australia. And so much takes place that it seems a little wild to think that between like the hours of like 10 p.m. and 5 p.m., being able to interview all of these people in that time period just seemed like there's no way this can happen in just like one overnight period. But outside of that comment, I really liked the show. I would definitely recommend it as a go watch. Like I said, it's funny, it's interesting. You're trying to solve, the crime this entire time. And the main character, Cordelia Cupp, the detective, is quirky and eccentric and funny. And so
Anything unusual happen? Other than my boss dying? Other than that, yes.
I thought it was a really engaging, sort of lighthearted murder mystery show. I would definitely recommend. So my thoughts are good. Okay, and now, is it gay? So the show is not, outwardly, queer in a lot of ways, but I will say the show does sprinkle some representation through the cast of characters here. So the president is actually in a same-sex relationship, so there is a first gentleman in the show, and that is not a major component of the show, which I love when like shows and movies choose to do that. It doesn't need to be, front and center or the main plot line. It can just sort of exist in the story itself, which I really enjoyed. I also do think Cordelia gives me lesbian vibes. There is what I perceived as some light flirting in the show, sort of awkward, but again, not, center stage in the show, just sort of things you see on the side of the storyline, which is all I'm really asking for here. So that was cool to see. I would not recommend the show for that, but it does exist. So it is a little bit gay. So if you haven't seen it, I would say go give it a watch. If you have seen it, I would love to know what you thought of the show. Please put it in the comments below. But I thought this was a really fun new series. I hope it gets a season 2. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. So please smash the like button, consider subscribing, and I will catch you in the next one.